One of the most important recent trends in technology is in the field of bionics. Bionics, or biologically inspired engineering, is the application of biological methods and systems found in nature to the study and design of engineering systems and modern technology. The word bionic was coined by Jack E. Steele way back in August 1958. It was a portmanteau, a combination of the words biology and electronics. Over the past several years, several trends have led to the explosion of bionics. These trends include miniaturization, high-power processors, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and a better understanding of human physiology. And the explosive growth of bionics is accelerating. Here are some examples of the kinds of things that are involved with bionics and successes today.
Okay, so walk me through what your hand is made out of,
All right, so we have the flexible thermoplastic that my socket's made of.
which looks like it's super comfortable.
Yeah, it's important when I'm wearing it all day. And then the carbon fiber,
Great, lightweight, high rigidity.
exactly. And then I have my batteries, lithium ion.
Good choice.
Yeah.
For weight versus energy density.
Definitely, and a hand is made of predominantly metal, plastic, and rubber. And there are 5 motors, and they are housed internally into the palm portion of the hand, which is great because if you do have finger damage, you're not damaging a motor, which is a very expensive part.
I actually see that they're kind of spring-loaded.
Yeah, it's really great to have. It makes it look more natural too when you're doing things to have it conform
Yeah.
to what's going on. If I took my hand off and handed it to you,
I'm still holding your hand.
you're holding my hand. And there, and I'll hold them.
Okay.
So try to close your hand. There you go. And then open. Look, we're twins.
That's amazing. This is such a unique opportunity.
The force is strong in this one.
You want to hand me that?
Yep.
Very nice, very. So I'm going to try to lock this in. You heard that?
Yeah, I hear the click.
So it's really easy. I just pop that on. This is the dragon.
Wow. Okay.
My archery attachment.
You do archery?
Yeah, I do.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
Welcome to our personal archery range.
Thank you very much.
Where do you think the future of this is all going?
I'm really excited actually for an update in componentry.
Good shot.
So sensor technology that allows for like haptic.
Here's another example. It's interesting that there's so much attention devoted towards doing prosthetic arms, and it's easy to see why, because the arm and the hand provide the greatest amount of flexibility, mobility, and utility to human beings. And so if you're going to focus on a single area of bionics, the hand and the arm are really, really good examples of our application areas. And here you can see a bunch of people who have various kinds of various models of the hero arm. Here's another collection of application areas. Neuroprosthetics, linking the human nervous system to computers. The original idea behind a prosthetic has been around, well, ever since people have replaced missing limbs with, sticks and crutches and similar kinds of devices. But being able to connect those devices and have them being active and controlled by essentially by the brain is, or if not the brain directly, then by the nerves that feed the adjacent arms and legs. That's really where things are at. So bionic eye, constructing ways to restore vision to the blind, and making a retina that actually substitutes for a missing one or a damaged one. Here's another collection of application areas. Hands again. And amputees, walking with robotic knees, exoskeletons to help people who have been injured due to work injuries or perhaps accidents that occur in the military. Prosthetic hands, just hands alone rather than the entire arm as well as hand. Scoliosis is a moderately common kind of debility that occurs as people age. And here's a way to go about correcting and dealing with scoliosis. Robot ankles, exoskeletons, contact lenses, and a way to provide augmentation to the vision which people already have. The ability to essentially, it's what pilots have today in what are called heads-up displays, but now the idea is, how about embed that in a contact lens so that you don't have to have an external display. It's all combined with your own eye, your own vision system. Send smells over the internet. That's an interesting idea. You may remember, or perhaps it's before your time, that there was a technology called smell-o-vision that it was way back in the 50s actually. It tried to generate odors in movie theaters to augment the movies which were being displayed. It was a flash in the pan. It never really met with much success. Here's a TED Talk. We will only start at the...
I'm an MIT professor, but I do not design buildings or computer systems. Rather, I build body parts, bionic legs that augment human walking and running. In 1982, I was in a mountain climbing accident and both of my legs had to be amputated due to tissue damage from frostbite. Here you can see my legs, 24 sensors, 6 microprocessors, and muscle tendon-like actuators. I'm basically a bunch of nuts and bolts from the knee down. But with this advanced bionic technology, I can skip, dance, and run. Thank you. I'm a bionic man, but I'm not yet a cyborg. When I think about moving my legs, neural signals from my central nervous system pass through my nerves and activate muscles within my residual limbs. Artificial electrodes sense these signals, and small computers on the bionic limb decode my nerve pulses into my intended movement patterns. Stated simply, when I think about moving, that command is communicated to the synthetic part of my body. However, those computers can't input information into my nervous system. When I touch and move my synthetic limbs, I do not experience normal touch and movement sensations. If I were a cyborg and could feel my legs via small computers inputting information into my nervous system, it would fundamentally change, I believe, my relationship to my synthetic body. Today, I can't feel my legs. And because of that, my legs are separate tools from my mind and my body. They're not part of me. I believe that if I were a cyborg and could feel my legs, they would become part of me.
What's being talked about there is the ability to get input from these prosthetic parts, these bionic parts. And that is the leading area of research right now. And there are today hands and legs that do, in fact, feel, provide senses of touch, pressure, pain, temperature, and so forth. This is a very, very exciting field. And as I mentioned here, explosive growth, it's accelerating. If you want to get into bionics, you couldn't pick a better time than now.